Was about to cut a video this morning and was just happened to think about how lately I've been subjecting poor y'all to my yard. So here we are, my second haunt, the trail. Man, looks like they've updated a couple of things. So I've got to watch, I got to watch the angle of my footage. That way I don't dox myself. Because I'd hate for you guys to send me too many gifts. But I'd like diamonds. You know, like Zsa Zsa Gabor. Speaking of diamonds and Zsa Zsa Gabor, do y'all remember Cutlery Lover? I hadn't thought of him in the longest time. And then Tex and I were talking recently, and he brought him up what Jeff had going on for his latest content. And me just saying I like diamonds reminded me of what he used to do, and I don't know if he still does it. It's kind of tacky. Christmas, all of his viewers would send him gifts, and he would do shout outs, tell the person's name, open the gift on camera. Super popular. I think he was a bit ahead of his time in how influencers use the YouTube. I found the whole thing tacky. Along the lines of when I had first applied for my partnership, and one of the questions was how does your content lead your audience to purchase things from said advertiser? I was like, man, it's not why I'm doing this. But I held my nose and I clicked my clicker. But here we are. A couple of ongoing videos. I bullied poor Zebra Shark into making a video. Thank you for doing so. I didn't know, obviously I couldn't have known what you had going on personally, but you've been known to just randomly make a couple of videos and then disappear. And I was thinking about that, so I figured my plan was just to sort of call you out on it. The end result, though, is I ended up, sorry, Oscar, I ended up feeling bad with you having stuff going on. But I don't think I should have to feel bad for too long. You have left us high and dry before. Speaking of the old days, I don't know what it was that about the internet and sharing that makes a content creator feel comfortable with just stopping all of a sudden. You know, like a book series that doesn't have a final entry. I think it's the nature of what it is, because we're not really a book, right? If anything, maybe consider this a audio periodical. I don't know. I really miss the days of when we had community groups, or you could post your actual video response to the video. It wasn't like going to the trouble of sharing a link. But then oddly, it's so much easier to upload a video. When I first started on YouTube, the type of data or the form of video that we had to do, I had to convert it actually from 8mm analog tape switched it over to a WMA file, which WMA wouldn't upload to YouTube. So I had to convert the WMA to a MOV, and then you got to post. By the way, this is going to be the suck ass part 1. Hopefully I'll follow it up with a banger ass of part 2. The splitting of the video will be marked by Oscar taking a good old shit, because I'm gonna have to put the phone down and then bag the Dukins. Tell you another thing about content right now. It's something that I'm having trouble with. Let me know how you see it, or if it's something that just makes you go, If I see a view and I don't get a comment or a thumb up or a video response, I'll know it was just you saying, And it was Sned's video that reminded me of it. His new AI host series that he's been producing. I've been running across, and maybe it's been going on for a while, I've been running across documentaries that are of very interesting topics to me. And then when I click on them, they are narrated by a bot. So either it was in text form or completely produced by a bot. Telltale of AI slop, they pronounce something in an odd way, the cadence is off. And I don't know what to make of it. Lately, I've been shutting it off. Is that a mistake? Do you think it's better to just listen to the narration, put up with it? But where I think I may have trouble with it goes back to when I read Orwell, and it talked about the new music, the new style music, and how it was all computer generated and people would sing along to it. Specifically, if you guys remember the book, the lady's like washing laundry and then singing along to this mindless thing created by a computer. I think that's the problem I have with it. I can't fully give myself over to it. As surely as Joe Rogan's willing to enjoy that AI slop of them changing the type of music, like in his case, the 50 Cent song, Many Men, who it's redone in like some sort of a weird jazz form. I can't bring myself to it. I find myself clinging to the organic, clinging to the humanity. Ironically, I'm saying this through something that's filtering it through that system that might be the opposite of what I'm talking about. That's been my week this week. Tell you what's your week this week, and what this video represents is we may not get a part 2 if Oscar doesn't take a shit. He's not looking like it. Let's see him. We'll see the telltale cinnamon starfish. I think he's just happy to get out of the yard. Hear that woodpecker knocking? Whenever I'm in the woods and I come across that type of bird, I'm always shocked by how big they are. But you would think, oh, it's just a larger bird. But it's like a raccoon. You run across a raccoon, like, dang, that's a big raccoon. But no, raccoons are just big. Why can't I wrap my head around that? I mean, how big should a raccoon actually be? I don't know. In my life, I've probably killed at least 50 raccoons. I'm very familiar with raccoons. Why am I always surprised by their size? I'm always surprised by their size and surprised by their toughness. And I always think of their toughness whenever so-called survival bloggers talk about how a 22 is sufficient weaponry for game. Tell you what, show me a 22 dispatching a raccoon. That's the challenge. And I tell you what, if I take a ADHD wrong turn out here and I'm late picking the wife up at the yoga studio, I'm gonna be in deep shit. All these new stupid signs that they put up I find very confusing. In these woods that I've been walking through for the last 40 fucking years. Figure that out. You know what I want to know? I'll tell you what I want to know. How is it that a place that's so worried about painting the roots of trees orange isn't worried about that tree that I just showed you? You know? Okay. Good news. I'm going to make it back in time to the yoga studio. Y'all take it easy. Hope you have a great weekend.